comme performance?
Ah, c'est sûr que c'est pas le résultat qu'on voulait, mais c'est quelque chose que quand tu vas sur la route de même dans l'Ouest, c'est des matchs qui sont pas mal compliqués. Puis, mais tu sais quoi, je pense qu'on a joué du bon hockey. On a fait une coupe d'erreurs qui nous a coûté un match, mais tu sais, on a quasiment fini 2-1.
Claude, tu étais là l'an dernier, puis malgré encore une fois des chiffres qui disent que l'équipe s'améliore, on est toujours dans la même situation au niveau du classement. De ta perspective, est-ce que tu vois des progrès pour penser que cette équipe-là s'en va dans la bonne direction?
Ouais, je pense que l'année passée, on a peut-être proche, les 2 dernières années, on est proche le même record à ce temps ici de l'année, mais je pense qu'il y a un différent feeling. Je pense qu'on est plus constant, puis on se donne plus des chances de gagner des matchs. Je pense que si on peut continuer à être constant puis continuer à s'améliorer, il faut juste rester dans la course comme c'est là. Puis, on va avoir besoin d'un temps pendant l'année qu'on va gagner 4-5 matchs de suite. Puis, je pense que ça va arriver.
Je sais pas le chiffre exact, mais je pense que vous avez alloué le premier filet dans un match dans 11 de vos 15 derniers matchs. Comment faites-vous peut-être pour vous autres, c'est-tu juste un mauvais départ ou il y a des choses peut-être qui vous permettraient de resserrer les choses pour éviter une telle tendance?
Oui, je pense que c'est important de... Si tu scores le premier but, c'est sûr que c'est un match plus différent, mais je pense qu'il y a quelque chose qu'on s'améliorerait avec, c'est ça soit que nous autres qui scorent ou eux autres qui scorent, ça ne dérange pas. Faut que tu joues 60 minutes, puis faut que tu sois capable de faire un bon rebound, de revenir avec un bon chiffre, puis de repogner le momentum.
Comment crucial est ces 4 matchs-là à la maison pour vous autres?
Ah, c'est sûr, c'est des gros matchs pour nous autres. Je pense qu'on joue des équipes, il y a une couple d'équipes qu'on va être dans la course avec. Puis, mais en bout de ligne, je pense que ce qui est le plus important, c'est notre game puis comment on joue. Faut pas, ça ne dérange pas c'est quelle équipe qu'on joue, il faut qu'on continue à s'améliorer. Puis il faut être capable de jouer le même hockey que ce soit n'importe qui.
An extremely important 4-game homestand coming up.
Yeah. Obviously, getting back yesterday from Cali. Good to get a practice in today. I have a practice tomorrow, and then definitely a big homestand for us before we go on another West Coast trip. So, hopefully it's going to be good. Four games for us. So yeah, it's going to be good.
What do you take out of the California trip?
Yeah, I thought obviously we want to get more results. I think we played pretty well. I think San Jose, we definitely didn't have our best game, but I thought LA and Anaheim, we played pretty good. But at the end of the day, it's about results, so we just got to do a better job of kind of getting the job done. So no excuses.
Coach was quick to point out that he pointed you out for a third period performance against Anaheim. One of your better periods of late, you think?
Yeah, I gotta do that more consistently. I think everyone knows that I gotta be better, and the team needs me to be better if we want to start winning games. So, I think I could build off of that and just keep building my confidence back up and get back to playing my game. So, hopefully, we'll get there.
What has to happen for this group to play with some consistency?
I don't know. I think that's what we're trying to figure out. I think that's the biggest thing in this league. If you can play consistently, I think the results come, and we just haven't found that yet. But you just gotta stick to the process. I think that's all we say, but it's true. I think Greener's done a good job of that. We did another video session today to try to get better and just try to continue to grow and mature and just try to play more consistent.
How's the spirit in this locker room? How's the level of positivity?
Yeah, it's been good. I think the veteran guys have done a good job. G's been good. Brady's been good. Everyone's been good. Greener's done a good job of keeping us upbeat. Still a long season to go. This is a big homestand for us, I think. Definitely a big part of the year before we go out to the West Coast. So just trying to stay positive. It's a long year still, so just take it one day at a time.
Is your mindset still stick to the plan, stick to the system, and things are going to roll for us?
Yeah, I just think to a guy, stick to the process, but I know myself, I have to play better. I think they need some depth scoring, and I understand that, so I got to bring a little bit better there. And I think everyone's trying their best. I think everyone's trying to stick to the process, and hopefully it turns for us.
Coach, with practice days so rare, how valuable are these next 2 days, today and tomorrow?
That was good. Good to get on the ice and work on a couple things that maybe we haven't always have time to work on. Also shake the legs out a little bit. It wasn't a taxing day, but it was good just to get out, work on a few things.
How would you sum up your team's California trip?
So. Yeah. But, I didn't think we had our legs the first game. I think that was obvious. Found a way to win. LA game was exactly like what we thought it would be, a tight checking game. I thought we broke first. It was one of those games where whoever kind of makes a mental error or a defensive lapse is going to lose the game, and I thought that was us. I thought it could have gone either way. And the Ducks game, I like that we played our best period at the end. And when you lose in a shootout, for me, you're kind of flipping coins when it gets to that.
What did you see from Shane Pinto's game, and in particular that third period against the Ducks?
Yeah, I like Pint's game against the Ducks. It's a good step in the right direction for him. Positive.
What about Linus's game? In the Anaheim game and in the San Jose game?
Looked good. Yeah, really good. Liked it.
3 goals in, I think, their last 9 games. How would you assess your team's defensive structure?
Slipped a little. I think part of it is we missed Zuby a little bit. He's a good defender. You just don't replace top net defending defensemen. I think that is part of it. Playing on the road, you don't always have your matchups that you want, but it slipped a little, but not terribly, is how I would assess it.
Talk about slipping, what areas do you feel like the team's...
Well, I don't think there's one area. I mean, the San Jose game, we gave up a lot. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but the next 2 games weren't terrible. They weren't great as far as our defensive game goes.
How would you assess maybe the PK as well, and how they've been?
Yeah, it's still not where we need it to be, plain and simple. But again, I think missing Zuby is part of that. And I've said at the beginning of the year, we're still doing a lot of teaching with a lot of guys that haven't killed penalties. But it needs to be a bit better, for sure.
Have you thought about rotating different guys onto the PK unit?
Yeah, we think about lots of things.
Have you, how much would success, having some continued success, mean to getting some confidence here?
Hey, everyone's looking for success. You look at the standings right now, there's a lot of teams in that middle ground rate hovering around 500. I think 1 game over 500, the last time I checked, is in a playoff spot. We're 2 games under. Do we think would we like to have a few more wins? Yeah. Do we think we could have? Yep. But again, not looking behind, looking ahead. There's a lot of teams that are right there trying to get on a little run. You can't get on a little run if you don't win the next one, though.
Do you still feel that as a whole your team is progressing? Was there a lot of positive?
Yeah, I do. I mean, if you're looking for negativity today, you're not going to find it. We're come off a road trip out west. We went 500. Would we have liked to have a point or 2 more? For sure. We're back home now, gearing up for the next game. Still doing a lot of teaching with our group. Got a young group that, there is a lot of teaching to be done, and confidence is part of it, for sure, with our team. Also teaching maturity and staying with the game. There's probably 5, 6, I don't know how many teams that are kind of saying the same thing right now. They'd love to get on a run, and we're no different, but got to win 1 in a row to get to 2.
Obviously, you're going to focus on your own team, but a lot of people have noticed the fact that, I think, in particular in the East, there's a lot of those teams that are kind of meddling around in that middle. Is that not? What do you think of the way the standings look?
I don't overthink it. I have no care why someone else is in the middle. It's a close league. I will tell you that it seems like, every year the league gets closer with the parity in the league. There's a lot of nights analytically when you look at who should have won the game. There's a lot of nights that it's really close. And there's obviously elite teams in the league that separate themselves, but there's a lot of teams in that middle ground right now.
Anything to do with David Perron, and why is Matt Powell recalled?
David Perron is still out. Be out for a little bit more here. Just wanted to get another D-man up to take a look at him. Got a good look at Sabrango for a couple days. wanted to get some of these guys in.
How important is this 4 games at home for the next week? You said that you want to get a little run. Maybe it could happen this weekend or for big
I
games.
said I'd love to get on a run and I'd love to win the next game. So that's what I'm concentrating on. It is nice to be home. Everyone gets excited when you have 4 home games in a row or whatever it is. Everyone wants to win all of them. I'm really concentrating on winning the first one. Then we'll worry about the second one, then the third, and then the fourth, and hopefully at the end of it, we've got a few more points than at the beginning of it. But it is nice to talk about, but I think from a coaching standpoint, we're not worrying about Game 4 of the homestand. But I think it's nice to be home for sure. Everyone loves playing in front of their home crowd.
Just ask you, having seen him in camp, Carter Yakimchuk was passed up for Canada's World Junior team training camp yesterday. I just wonder what your thoughts were on that.
Obviously not my area, but surprised to say the least. Really surprised. Have not been impressed with a young defenseman in a long, long time when it comes to young D-men, and there's always a few surprises. I think whenever you're talking about the World Juniors, and for me personally, it doesn't deter what I think of him. I think he's a great young defenseman, and we're lucky to have him. I'm a little bit surprised that there's 10 guys better than him.
Would it have been, Travis, would it have been good for his development to at least get the call to camp?
Yeah, you know what? Again, that's not my concern. I don't watch the players, so I don't have an assessment of the other guys. I just know what I've seen with him, and I'm happy that we have him in our organization.